So, as usual, here I am just rolling through YouTube videos and doom scrolling, and something amazing graces my feed, and it was so good I actually had to take a moment to actually uh, think about some of the stuff and what I wanted to say about it, because this is such a good example of improv and how things just kind of unfold, and some of the rules of improv that were adhered to and some that were broken that I want to show you. And I want to show you how it all played out, and it played out for the better in the end. But there's some things that if you're doing improv, I want you to be able to keep an eye on, because as a voice actor, improv is very important when it comes to doing unscripted scenes like this, or if you're trying to find something to do organically. And there's some pitfalls you want to avoid, and there's some things that you want to be able to try to work out and get right. And this had some pretty fun examples. I want to just show them to you real quick. So this video was done by a channel called the Stinky Dragon Pod. I believe that means podcast. But if you look at their channel here, their full name is The Tales from the Stinky Dragon. And from the sounds of it and from what I'm seeing from their channel, it looks like it's a bunch of D&D stuff that they do together, and then they put it together in animated clips. I'm assuming that's what they do. I don't know for sure. I know there's a lot more content of that coming onto the web and YouTube, and I'm enjoying those. They're pretty fun. But this one was just so unique to me in regards to improv that it's just fun. You got to watch it. I don't think I can post the full video here, so I'll just cut it up into snippets here, but you can go and check out their video on this channel, and you can see the full clip there. But I'll have this important snippet in regards to this little skit. So it starts off with a character named Kyborg, and this party goes into this dragon's den, and he winds up just deciding, okay, I'm gonna dip out, guys. I'm gonna sleep on this pile of dragon's treasure over here while you talk with the dragon. And the dragon begins talking with the party, and while they're conversing, at one point the dragon decides, oh well, since he decided to lay on the treasure, I guess he's going to be my treasure from now on. Which is hilarious. But notice Kyborg's reaction to this.
The key around your neck, what would one have to do to take that off your hands?
I could trade it for your friend.
Oh, trade.
No, stop it.
Silence, treasure.
No.
Oh, he offered himself willingly.
No.
Look at him laying there on the treasure.
Get off the treasure
No,
pile.
no.
No Kyborg. Cyber Monday's over.
We're going to be here for forever if you don't play this game.
So as you can see, he wanted none of it, right? Which is probably very accurate for that type of a character or something. But let's say you're in the middle of a improv skit and you're doing this, and you decide all of a sudden in the middle of it, you say no. Generally, if you say no, I'm not going to do this skit, it kind of throws everything up in the air, right? All of a sudden the comedy is gone, and everything that everybody was building is like, oh, well, we were trying to go somewhere with this. Nope, I'm not doing it. Nope, you guys can do the improv skit without me. If something like that were to happen, right, in that instance, not saying it did here, but if it did, in terms of improv, it would definitely wreck the whole skit, right? And one of the rules to improv is whatever's happening, right, that's your reality. Just accept it as it is and just roll with it. Good examples of this is Whose Line Is It Anyway? If you watch that TV show, it's hilarious. And the thing about those improv skits is you don't see any one of them going up and saying, nope, we're not doing this anymore. They may get a buzzer to end it so that way it doesn't get too crude or crazy, you know. But what happens is it's multiple people trying to create some sort of logic or some sort of an story or an ending to a crazy or ridiculous situation. And the more people you get involved adding ideas to it, the crazier and more wild it gets. And it's not meant to be something serious, right? Or anything that necessarily makes sense. The goal is to just make people laugh and to have a good time. And that's generally what is typically going on when you see this type of comedy. And so when you hear a voice actor, or if you're doing any kind of acting, I think really, there will be points where you will have improvs that you have to do. You have to improvise. There's improvisations, I guess they call them. Improvisations? Something like that. Anyway, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. So in improvisation, what you're doing is you're just trying to take something. It's like Lego blocks. You're building on top of other people's Lego blocks, right? And it may make whatever. You're both trying to get to a dinosaur, but you may get a giraffe. Okay, that's the funny thing. That's probably the best way to describe it. Is you're trying to build something together, and it may not turn out what you like, and the end result is typically funny because it's like, oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous. I can't believe we did that. We did that in front of everybody. Okay, well, all's well that ends well. Everybody goes home. We laugh at the end of the day. And that's typically what improv is all about. So watch how this scene now unfolds after his buddy here has just told him, okay, yeah, well, you're going to have to get with the program, in order for us to be able to get through this. You're going to have to play the game, because that's essentially what improv is if you have somebody that's saying, nope, this happened, it's real, you're doing it, it kind of ruins, the skit, or the script or whatever. Improv really isn't a script or a skit, but maybe it is in this instance. Who knows? I don't know, but they did a great job with this because it ended on a funny note. But just watch how it continues and how it progresses from here.
What if we actually meet someone that Kyborg falls in love with?
Then you deal with the consequences later. You lay down on the treasure and you have to deal with this.
So what happens, his buddy tells him, nope, go back up there, get back up on the treasure, we're completing this scenario. And you don't want to be in that situation during actual improv, but it was just so funny to see, and it felt so real. But you see that how Kyborg tried to put another Lego block on there. Well, let's go this direction with it. Nope, we're sticking with this ridiculous thing, and you're going to have to live through it. That's part of what improv is all about. Sometimes you don't like the scenario, but you got to live with it, and you got to find a way through it in order to be able to get to a good end. But either way, I really liked this clip. You should watch the ending. It's hilarious. I loved it. But yeah, make sure that when you're doing improv and things like this, you're not breaking the rule of saying, no, I'm not doing it anymore. It's okay to be confused. It's okay not to know what to do, because sometimes maybe somebody else can pick it up, or just come up with something off the top of your head, as long as it's not offensive or crazy. It might work. But try to find a way to be able to, connect the dots. And that's basically what you're doing during improv. You're finding Lego bricks that may fit and they may not fit. Somebody else may pick something up. Other people are going to have a different sense of humor and different wit than you. And hopefully they'll be able to pick it up. And that's kind of what it's about. And you'll be able to do the same for them in situations that they don't know how to be able to push forward with. And that's kind of what it's about. It's taking everybody's funny, silly imperfections and being able to put them together into whatever it comes out to be. Hopefully with a very funny result. No feelings injured. So anyway, yeah, that's it for the explaining of improv and stuff. Be sure to check out their channel. It's pretty awesome. Good luck with everything that you guys have going on. I'll try to put a link to this in the description so that you guys can watch the full thing. Take care and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. If you want to continue to join me on my voice acting journey, then don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube or join my Patreon for more videos where you can hear practice reads, blooper reels, or even my experiences of getting into voice acting. Who knows, maybe you can even join this disabled guy on his journey. Thanks again, and as always, stay safe out there.